Eastern State Penitentiary was once the most famous and expansive prison in the world, but stands today in ruin, a haunting world of crumbling cell blocks and empty guard towers. Known for its grand architecture and strict discipline, this was the world's first true penitentiary, a prison designed to inspire penitence or true regret in the hearts of convicts. Before the creation of the penitentiary, prisoners were housed in a single room and then released. Theft, assault, and murder were not uncommon. After years of lobbying from the Pennsylvania Society for alleviating the miseries of public prisons, the Pennsylvania legislature approved funding to build Eastern State Penitentiary. The prison was to hold 250 inmates. Cells at Eastern State stretched out along long corridors. These cells were equipped with feed doors and individual exercise yards to prevent contact between inmates and minimize contact between inmates and guards. One of the tour guides explained this to us.
And in the early days, the plan was isolate that criminal in that cell. Give them nothing to think about but their crime. The plan here, penitence, was supposed to be this kind of like spiritual timeout, just you and your conscience in it.
One interesting aspect of the design of the penitentiary was that each cell block led to a central corridor, so that one guard could watch each cell block just by turning in a circle. Outside, guards stood watch at towers such as this one. One of the newer exhibits at ESP allows you to get a guard's eye view of the prison from a camera mounted on top of that tower. Of course, the guards weren't just there to stand in towers. They also had to inflict punishment on those who broke the rules. As part of the hands-on history exhibit at Eastern State, we were able to climb down into the hole, the dark corridor beneath cell block 14, to see 4 concrete windowless punishment cells, known there as Klondike.
Let's stress this, absolutely. We have an account, there was one inmate down there for 30 days. It's the longest I'd ever heard of an inmate being down there. When he returned to the surface, they found his vision was permanently damaged. So yeah, you'll have to kind of forgive the space. It was not exactly designed with group tours in mind. But yeah, a few other curious things. You might notice these, I mentioned pitch darkness. The cells do have lighting fixtures, but take a look at where the light switches are, outside. In fact, in a lot of prisons today, their punishment cells, instead of 24-hour darkness, they'll do 24 hours of bright light. I don't know which one's worse.
Both pretty bad.
Say again?
Both pretty bad.
Yeah, both pretty bad. The best option, if you're in prison, don't do anything wrong. Or avoid that first step even. Yeah. What do you guys think? Anyone spending the night?
The conditions weren't always as bad as they were in solitary confinement. As the prison moved away from total isolation, prisoners were given opportunities to play sports, work together, and participate in other activities. Just a short walk from the hole, we can see that not all inmates were treated the same way. Chicago's most famous mob boss, Al Scarface Capone, spent 8 months in Eastern State from 1929 to 1930. He was arrested for carrying a concealed deadly weapon, and this was his first prison sentence. His time at Eastern State was spent in luxury. His cell on the Park Avenue block had fine furniture, oriental rugs, and a cabinet radio. There's far too much to see at Eastern State Penitentiary in one short afternoon. Other notable areas include the barbershop, where inmates worked and socialized, the various places of worship, and the athletic fields. ESP also houses a number of art installations, which will be highlighted in our full tour. Today, this amazing structure, which now stands in a state of stabilized ruins, stays with us as a reminder of one of the most influential and devastating sites in the United States. We hope you enjoyed the preview of our virtual tour of Eastern State Penitentiary.